Diana, Princess of Wales, was known as the People's Princess, and her style continues to inspire us to this day. But beyond her iconic fashion sense, Princess Diana's jewelry collection tells a story of elegance, sophistication, and royal tradition. From tiaras to necklaces, let's take a closer look at the fascinating history behind Princess Diana's most beloved pieces. Diana owned a collection of jewels both as a member of the British royal family and as a private individual. These were separate from the coronation and state regalia of the crown jewels. Most of her jewels were either presents from foreign royalty, on loan from Queen Elizabeth II, wedding presents, purchased by Diana herself, or heirlooms belonging to the Spencer family. Her jewelry was a mix of precious stones and costume pieces, which she sourced from London's Butler and Wilson, often reported by the media as priceless jewels, which the princess found amusing. Most jewelry dates from the 19th and 20th centuries. She also had a vast collection of gold accessories, which often went unnoticed and became understated by the media. At formal occasions, such as banquets, the princess normally wore jewelry lent to her by the Queen, who owned more than 300 items of jewelry. Diana's daughters-in-law, Catherine, Princess of Wales, and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, have worn various pieces from her collection. Born into an affluent aristocratic family, Lady Diana Spencer owned some high-quality jewelry. Prior to her marriage to Prince Charles, she often wore a gold Cartier Russian wedding ring of 3 yellow gold bands on the little finger of her right hand and a diamond and white gold eternity ring from the family collection on her third finger. The rings remained in the princess's collection but were rarely seen in public during her marriage. Occasionally she was photographed wearing both rings on her left hand. She also wore her family's signet ring, which she would wear in combination with her other rings. As a teenager, Diana wore a gold choker with a D pendant. In 2017, a sterling silver D necklace owned by the princess as a teenager sold at auction for around $8,000. Diana was photographed wearing her initial necklace as a nursery assistant while still dating Charles. For her 16th birthday, her friends gifted her a gold initial necklace. She was also photographed wearing sterling silver earrings with 5 diamonds. After marrying Charles, she continued to wear the necklace on occasion. The future princess had a collection of enameled bangles and bracelets which she wore frequently as a teenager. At the age of 16, Diana was a bridesmaid at her sister Jane's wedding to Robert Fellows on the 20th of April, 1978. She wore a pair of pearl studs and a pearl necklace. The pearl studs were worn by Diana as early as 1975 and were last seen on the princess in 1990 while opening a police station at 462, 4 Street, Edmonton, London. On her 18th birthday, Diana was given a triple-strand pearl choker by the Spencer family. Both of Diana's older sisters had also received matching chokers on their 18th birthdays. It consisted of 3 rows of pearls with a turquoise and pearl cluster clasp. The clasp was only visible when it matched the color of her outfit, otherwise hidden at the back. The princess later altered the clasp to be all pearls. One of the first gifts Diana received from Prince Charles was an eternity ring which she wore regularly. At the age of 18, while living in her flat 60, Coleherne Court, London, her apartment was burgled, and she had most of her jewelry stolen. Engagement ring. Diana and Charles became engaged in February 1981. Her engagement ring consisted of 14 diamonds surrounding a 12-carat oval blue Ceylon sapphire set in 18-carat white gold. It was created by then-crown jeweler Gerard. The design was inspired by Queen Victoria's sapphire and diamond cluster brooch, a wedding present from Prince Albert in 1840, which Victoria donned that day as her something blue. Diana's selection of this ring was considered unusual. It was neither custom-made nor unique and was, at the time of her engagement to Charles, featured in Gerard's jewelry collection and available to anyone for purchase. It was reported in the media that Diana selected it because it reminded her of her mother's engagement ring, while others said that she chose it due to its big size. Diana continued to wear the ring even after her divorce from Prince Charles. When Prince William proposed to Catherine Middleton in the autumn of 2010 in Kenya, he gave her the ring. William later said that giving the ring to his fiancée was a way of making sure my mother didn't miss out on today and the excitement. Despite rumors that Middleton had the ring resized, she later stated that she and Diana shared exactly the same size. The wedding of Charles and Diana took place on the 29th of July, 1981 at St. Paul's Cathedral, London. The princess wore very little jewelry at her wedding. She wore the Spencer family tiara, her engagement ring, and a wedding band placed on her finger by Charles at the ceremony. Her wedding dress designers, the Emanuels, also attached an 18-carat gold horseshoe trinket studded with white diamonds to the label of the dress. On her wedding day, Diana borrowed her mother's diamond earrings, which consist of a central pear-shaped diamond surrounded by around 50 smaller diamonds. The princess never wore them in public again, but Francis wore them at a number of important occasions, including Prince Harry's christening in 1984, her son's wedding in 1989, and the funeral of her daughter in 1997. After Francis' death in 2004, Lady Sarah McCorquodale, her eldest daughter, inherited them. For many years, the earrings were a part of the travelling Diana exhibition. In 2011, Lady Sarah withdrew them from the display to wear them at the wedding ball for her nephew, Prince William. Spencer family tiara. Though the piece was once said to date from the 18th century, the Spencer tiara is actually made up of other pieces of jewelry of varying ages and from different jewelers that has gone through several changes over time. The oldest parts of the tiara are the ends. They are said to have come from a tiara that once belonged to Frances Manby, the last Viscountess Montague, and left to Lady Sarah Spencer in 1875. The centre element was a wedding present from Lady Sarah Isabella Spencer to Cynthia, Viscountess Althorpe, Diana's grandmother, when she married Albert, Viscount Althorpe, the future 7th Earl Spencer, in 1919. This piece was remounted by the Goldsmiths and Silversmiths Company at some point, and Gerard was asked to create 4 matching pieces in 1937 to add on. The full current appearance apparently dates from around 1935. The tiara includes diamonds in silver settings mounted in gold in various floral shapes, stylized tulips, star-shaped flowers, and scrolling foliage. Both of Lady Diana's older sisters, Jane and Sarah, wore the piece at their weddings. However, Diana's mother, Frances, did not wear it when she married into the Spencer family in 1954. While Diana's mother-in-law, Queen Elizabeth II, loaned her the Queen Mary's Lover's Knot tiara for the wedding, the princess-to-be decided to stick to her family roots and wore the Spencer tiara. Diana frequently wore the piece as it was supposedly lighter and easier to wear than other tiaras at her disposal. Queen Mary's Lover's Knot tiara. In 1913, Gerard & Co., the first official crown jewelers, were asked by Queen Mary to make a replica of a tiara owned by her grandmother, Princess Augusta of Hesse-Kassel, using the Queen Mary's own diamonds and pearls. The tiara, in its French neoclassical design, has 19 oriental pearls suspended from lovers' knot bows, each centered with a large, brilliant diamond. Mary left the tiara to Elizabeth II, who later loaned it to Diana during her marriage to the Prince of Wales. Diana was to wear the tiara during her wedding, but she instead opted for her Spencer family tiara. The princess wore this piece very often as it was given to her on loan. Diana complained about the swinging pearls, but she wore it at most of her tiara events. She most notably wore it with her Elvis's dress on a visit to Hong Kong in 1989, but on her divorce from Prince Charles it was returned to the Queen. The tiara has since been loaned to Catherine, the wife of Prince William. She first wore it to a diplomatic reception at Buckingham Palace in 2015, and has continued to wear it during state occasions. Queen Mary's diamond and emerald choker, made from a present of emeralds and diamonds from the ladies of India in 1911, this Art Deco choker was created by Gerards in 1921 for Queen Mary and was originally a part of the Delhi Durbar Parure. Given as a wedding gift to Diana from the Queen, who inherited the piece from her grandmother in 1953, it was worn as a bandeau during a dance in Melbourne. It was worn as a choker to other events. The Prince of Wales also presented his wife with a diamond and emerald Art Deco bracelet as a wedding present and matching emerald earrings as a gift for her 22nd birthday. The choker was later worn by Catherine, Princess of Wales. 7-strand pearl and sapphire choker. As a wedding present, Queen Elizabeth the Queen Mother gave a large oval sapphire and diamond brooch to her new granddaughter-in-law. In the early years of her marriage, Diana wore the piece as a brooch, including the famous appearance during the Dutch state visit to the Netherlands in 1982, when the princess had to find a new gown and jewels after Queen Beatrix gave her the Order of the Crown, which is worn on an orange sash. Made out of 900 pearls paired with columns of diamonds and rubies, This 11-strand choker was one of Diana's favorite pieces, which she often wore at theatre and film premieres. 4-0 Japanese pearl choker. This piece was given to Diana as a loan from the Queen. The princess first wore the choker during a state visit to the Netherlands in November 1982. The choker contains 4 rows of Japanese cultured pearls with a central diamond clasp. The piece is now being worn by the Princess of Wales, who uses it as a loan from the King. Grey pearl necklace. This necklace, made up of large dark grey and natural pearls, made by London jeweller Leo de Vroomen, was gifted to the princess in 1985 by Prince Charles. It appeared in public only twice, on a trip to Austria in April 1986 and a month later when she visited a school in Japan. It is said the princess did not like it at all, and researchers believe it was given in 1985 when their marriage began to fall apart. Engraved gold pendant. Following the birth of Prince William, the Prince of Wales presented his wife with a gold pendant that had their son's name engraved on it, in Charles' distinctive handwriting. Diana would regularly wear the pendant in private but only wore it once in public, while at a polo match at Windsor in August that same year. Heart-shaped diamond necklace. Following the birth of Prince William, the Prince of Wales presented his wife with a necklace made up of seed pearls with a diamond-set heart in the center. Swan Lake necklace. Created by Gerard & Co. and made out of 187 diamonds and 5 South Sea pearls, the necklace was worn by Diana during an appearance at a performance of Swan Lake by the English National Ballet at the Royal Albert Hall 2 months before her death in 1997. The necklace was created together with a set of earrings, but following her death the suite was sold with permission from her family. The necklace was sold to a Ukrainian couple in 2010 who put it on sale in 2017 at Guernsey's. It was estimated to be worth about $12 million at the time. 11-strand pearl choker. Made out of 900 pearls paired with columns of diamonds and rubies, this 11-strand choker was one of Diana's favorite pieces, which she often wore at theatre and film premieres. Children's caring cross. On the 24th of April, 1991, Diana visited a hostel for abandoned children at a Febem Foundation for Child Welfare in São Paulo, Brazil. She was extensively photographed wearing a gold cross and chain which the children at the hostel played with. This cross and chain was donated by the princess for a charity auction which was to take place early in September 1997, but it was put into storage for 20 years and then sold to a young Australian collector. Atala cross pendant. The piece is a 1920s pendant by Gerard, bought by businessman named Atala in the 1980s. The piece is set with square-cut amethysts and accented by circular-cut diamonds with a total diamond weight of approximately 5.25 carats. Atala loaned the pendant to Diana on several occasions, who most famously wore it at a London charity gala in October 1987. King Faisal of Saudi Arabia necklace. A gift from King Faisal of Saudi Arabia to Queen Elizabeth II, it is a fringe necklace in design and set with brilliant and baguette-cut diamonds. King Faisal bought the necklace, made by the American jeweler Harry Winston, and presented it to her while on a state visit to the United Kingdom in 1967. The Queen lent the necklace to Diana to wear on a state visit to Australia in 1983. King Khalid of Saudi Arabia necklace. This necklace was given to Queen Elizabeth II by King Khalid of Saudi Arabia in 1979. It is of the sunray design and contains both round and pear-shaped diamonds. Like the King Faisal necklace, it was made by Harry Winston, and the Queen often lent the necklace to Diana.